chosen one, the crown you have been waiting for is not coming. It is already in his hands, hovering over the place where your name was written before time began. You passed. Do you understand what I am saying to you? You passed the hardest test of your life, the one no one applauded you through, the one that broke parts of you no one will ever see, and the verdict has been delivered in the courts of heaven. This is not a moment you stumbled onto. The Father did not let your thumb rest here by accident. Every prayer you whispered when no one was listening has been counted. Every silent tear has been collected. Every moment you chose faith when you wanted to quit has been weighed on a scale that does not lie. And the scale has tipped in your favor. The season of being unseen ends here. The season of waiting in the wilderness for someone, anyone, to confirm you were not crazy ends here. Stay with me. The crown is descending, and you must be ready to receive it. I want you to feel the weight of what was just said. The verdict has been delivered. Heaven has spoken your name, and the heaviness you have been carrying, the strange exhaustion that has not lifted in weeks, in months, in some cases years, it is not what you think it is. You have been believing it was decline. You have been believing it was punishment. You have been believing it was proof that you were behind, that you missed the moment, that the assignment passed you by. That is the lie I am here to dismantle. What you have been feeling is not the weight of failure. It is the residue of a finished forging. Something was being made in you, not done to you, made in you. And the part of you that has been bracing for the next blow does not yet know that the blows have stopped. The hammer has been set down, the metal has cooled, and what was forged across the long winter of your life is the very thing the Father is about to place into your hands. But before the placing, there is recognition. You need to see what your spirit already knows. You need to be able to point at the signs in your own life and say, yes, that one. Yes, that one too. Yes, that is the proof I have been waiting for. So stay. Listen carefully, because what is about to be named has been happening to you for a long time, and you may have been calling it by the wrong name. Listen to what your sleep has been telling you. You have been waking at the same hour for weeks, sometimes 3 in the morning, sometimes a little before. And what is strange is the thing you wake into. There is no panic. There is no spinning thought. There is something close to peace, sitting in the dark of your room with you. You used to wake afraid. Now you wake aware. That is not insomnia. That is not anxiety. That is the hour the Father has been speaking over your life, and your spirit is showing up to listen even when your mind cannot stay awake. That is the signature of a soul that has crossed over. Listen to what the quiet has been telling you. There have been moments in the middle of the day when grief you thought you had buried rises to the surface. But it does not crush you the way it used to. It comes and it passes, and what is left behind is something the old you would not have recognized. A strange peace, a softness where there used to be sharpness. The grief has not left you. It has stopped being your master. That is not numbness. That is not denial. That is the proof that something inside you has finished what it came to finish. That is the mark of a thing already complete. Listen to what the rooms you used to love have been telling you. There are environments that used to feel like home, and now they feel like clothes from a body that no longer exists. Conversations that used to fill you now drain you. Friendships that used to anchor you now feel like they are pulling on a version of you that has already moved on. You have not become cold. You have not become arrogant. You have not changed in some flaw of character. You have outgrown the room. That is not betrayal of the people who knew you. That is the natural consequence of a soul that has been quietly changing while no one was watching. That is the residue of a finished work. Listen to what the numbers and the timing have been telling you. You have been seeing the same combinations again and again, On the clock when you happened to look up, on a receipt you almost did not glance at, on a license plate 3 cars ahead of you in traffic. And every time you see them, they cluster around the decisions you are most afraid to make. You have been calling them coincidence. Some part of you has been afraid to call them anything else. But coincidence does not arrange itself with this much intention. Those repeating signs are confirmations. They are heaven leaving fingerprints on the moments where you most need a witness. That is the signature of a soul that has crossed over. Listen to what the small accidents of your week have been telling you. The right person calling at the right hour, the strange interruption that turned out to be the redirection, the conversation you were not planning to have that delivered the exact word you had been waiting for from a different mouth altogether. The Father has been arranging the smallest details of your life around what is about to be placed into your hands. You have been calling it luck. You have been calling it good fortune. You have been afraid to call it what it actually is. It is the season of timing turning in your favor. That is the unmistakable mark of a soul whose name is being called. Hear me clearly. Everything I just named, the sleep, the strange peace, the rooms that no longer fit, the numbers, the timing, you have been reading them as warning signs. You have been afraid that you were unraveling. You have been afraid that the disorientation meant something was wrong with you. These are not the signs of a soul falling apart. These are the signs of a soul that has finished what it came to finish. When metal has been forged in fire, and the fire pulls back, and the metal is left alone to cool, it gives off a particular kind of heat. The heat is not the burning. The heat is the proof that the burning is done. What you have been feeling for weeks now, for months, in some cases for years, is that heat. The shape was set. The forging is complete. And what was made inside you across the long winter of testing is the exact form the crown is being lowered onto. You did not fail. You finished. Before this message goes any deeper, I want to be direct with you. Stay with me to the end of what is being said here. By the time these words come to a close, you will know exactly what test you walked through, even if no one has ever named it for you. You will see the 4 pieces of the crown that are being placed into your life right now, and what each one actually does. You will be given 2 practices you can use this week to stop striving and start receiving the way a child receives. You will be shown the final voice the crown comes with, the one that almost keeps chosen ones from wearing what is already theirs, and how to recognize it the moment it speaks. And there is a ceiling at the end of this message that has been built specifically for the day you are sitting in. Do not leave before that ceiling reaches you. To understand what was made, you have to walk back through the workshop. You have to see what the hammer was actually shaping in the hours when you thought you were just enduring. Stay with me. You have been asking what the test was. Some part of you has wanted a name for it for a long time, because the part that did not have a name was the part that made you doubt yourself the most. So, I will give it a name. The hardest test of your life was not the loss you can point at. It was not the one big rupture, the one obvious betrayal, the one disaster that everyone could see. The hardest test was internal. It was the test of staying when there was no reward for staying. It was the test of holding your identity when nothing in your circumstance was confirming it. It was the test of faith maintained in silence, where there was no audience, no encouragement, no one to clap for the choice you kept making in the dark. That was the test. I want you to honor what it cost you. The test left marks no one in your life will ever see. It rewired the way you trust. It made you suspicious of good news for a season, because too many false dawns had taught you to brace. It taught you a kind of loneliness that does not look like loneliness on the outside. This is not a small thing. The Father has not asked you to dismiss the cost. He is asking you to recognize that the cost was not the punishment. The cost was the curriculum. Once you can see the test by its real name, you can see what the test was teaching. There were people watching your life, in seasons you wish they had not been watching, who thought you were stalling. They watched you not move on the timeline they expected. They watched you sit in the same place for what looked like too long. They thought you were losing momentum. You were not stalling. You were learning to wait without resentment. You were learning that the timing of God does not arrive on the schedule of the people watching you. There were people who thought you were losing. They watched you let go of things they would have fought to keep. They watched you walk away from rooms they thought you would have killed to stay in. They thought you were giving up. You were not giving up. You were learning to release what was never yours, so your hands could be empty enough to receive what was. There were people who thought you were broken. They watched the parts of you that used to fight back grow quiet. They watched the version of you they had grown comfortable with begin to dissolve, and they did not know what to do with the new thing emerging in its place. You were not broken. You were being unmade. So, you could be made into someone capable of carrying what is coming. There is a queen named Esther whose story has been close to me as these words have been forming. Long before the crown was placed on her head, she spent 12 months in obscurity. 12 months of preparation no one applauded. 12 months of formation that looked, from the outside, like nothing was happening. The Hebrew root of her name means hidden, and hidden was the entire point. The crown could not be placed until the hidden work was finished. You have been Esther. You have been hidden. And the hidden was not God forgetting you. The hidden was God forging you. This was the hour where the hammer was loudest. This was the part of the workshop you did not want to be in. But this is where the shape of the crown was actually set. What you are about to hear, I want you to hear it directly, without veils, without the slow building of mystery for the sake of selling something at the end. Truth honors truth, and what is real should be named before another stretch of time passes. What was forged in you is real, but there is a layer the words alone cannot finish. The child mind in you, the part that knows how to receive the way a child receives, was dimmed across the testing years by what scientists call the decline effect. And the channel through which the receiving actually flows into your real life was narrowed by something separate, a stress signal that builds slowly across adult years. Both of these are restorable. There are two specific audio tools that have been built around exactly this restoration. The first wave is the one that wakes the child mind back up. It is called the Genius Song. It was developed by a neuroscientist named Dr. Robert Lake, drawing on research from MIT and Princeton. The second wave, the one that opens the channel for what the child mind can finally receive, is called the wealth signal. It was developed by a separate researcher, Dr. Newton, from work done at Stanford. The order matters. The child mind is restored first. The channel is opened second. This is the sequence the testing season was preparing you to walk into. If your spirit already pulls toward this, the path waits in the description and the pinned comment beneath these words. You do not need to rush. Stay for the rest of what is coming if you want the full context. But if you already know, the doors are there. The names alone are not the gift. The gift is what comes next, and the moment your spirit recognizes why these tools exist for a chosen one in your exact season. In the small space between what was said and what is coming, I want to take one slow breath with you. You have been with this for a while now. Your eyes have been on this. Your attention has been on this. Your spirit has been doing quiet work the whole time, even in the silences between sentences. I want to honor that. I want you to know that I am aware of it. Whatever you are sitting in right now, the room, the hour of your day, the chair, or the bed, or the seat, you are present here. And the act of being present, in a culture that does not reward presence, is not a small thing. Take one breath, slowly. There is nothing to receive in this breath. There is nothing to release. The breath is just acknowledgement. What is being unveiled now will show you exactly what is descending toward your life right now and what each piece of it actually does. You will be told the names of the 4 things being placed into your hands. For that to land, your spirit needs the kind of stillness it has been carrying since the test ended. Stay with that stillness. The shape of what comes next was built for it. The crown was not made for someone like you to admire. It was made for someone like you to wear. What is descending now is not metaphor. The Father has been waiting for the exact moment your spirit was capable of carrying the weight without it crushing what is left of you. The hidden years were not a delay in your blessing. They were the building of your capacity. The crown could not be placed onto a vessel that had not been emptied, and the emptying is the part that hurt the most. But the emptying is finished. There was a woman named Hannah in an old story who waited barren for years. The story is not really about the years. The story is about what got built inside her in the silence. By the time she carried what she had been waiting for, she was a different person than the one who had started waiting. She did not just receive a son. She became the woman capable of consecrating that son to a calling far bigger than her own arms could hold. You have been Hannah. The vessel that was being readied across the silence is now ready. Let me name the 4 things being placed into your hands right now. I want you to listen carefully, because each one operates differently, and each one is going to change a specific part of your life over the next season. The first thing being placed into your hands is authority. I do not mean position. I do not mean a title someone is going to give you. I mean the right to speak with weight in the rooms where you used to sit silent. There has been a quietness in you, in places where you used to know you had something to say, but the timing did not let you say it. That quietness is about to break. When you speak in the new season, the people in the room will feel that what you are saying is not opinion. It is something that has been earned. The years of testing did not just teach you what to say, they taught you when to say it. And the timing in your mouth is now different than it was a year ago. That is authority, and that is yours. The second thing being placed into your hands is voice. What comes out of you now carries something it did not carry before. Words that used to be just words, now plant. You have probably already started to notice this. There are conversations from the last few months where someone walked away, changed, and you cannot quite explain what happened in the exchange. You did not say anything dramatic, you just said something true, and the truth landed in them in a way that surprised both of you. That is not coincidence. The forge tempered something inside your voice that operates whether you are paying attention or not. People are going to start coming to you. They will not always know why. Your voice has become a tuning fork, and what is in tune in you is going to call what is out of tune in them into alignment. That is voice, and that is yours. The third thing being placed into your hands is presence. This one is harder to describe but easier to feel. There are people who walk into a room and the temperature of the room changes. You did not have that before the test. You have it now. People are going to respond to who you are before you say a word. The calm that was forged in you, the steadiness, the quality of attention you can hold without flinching, those are not personality traits. Those are evidence of a soul that finished what it came to finish. And the finished soul carries a weight that other people pick up on without being able to articulate it. You are going to become the person someone in your life keeps near them, not because of what you do for them, but because of what their nervous system does when you are in the room. That is presence, and that is yours. The fourth thing being placed into your hands is inheritance. This is the one I want you to hear most carefully. because the testing season tried to convince you it was the one thing you had lost forever. What was withheld in the wilderness gets restored in the open. The relationships, the resources, the recognition, the doors. These were never the goal of the test, but they are the consequence of the test, and the consequence is now beginning to arrive. I will be honest with you. The inheritance does not always look the way you imagined it would in the years you were waiting. Sometimes it comes in a form you stopped asking for. Sometimes the person who carries it to you is someone you would not have chosen. Sometimes the door opens in a city or a season you did not predict, but the thing that was withheld is being released. And the part of you that has been afraid to hope is being given permission to hope again. That is inheritance, and that is yours. I want to tell you about a woman who wrote me last month. I will call her Sarah because I am protecting her real name. Sarah had been waiting 9 years for one specific door to open. She had watched everyone around her receive what she had been praying for, and the door had stayed closed for her. In the 8th year, she stopped praying about it. She did not stop believing. She just stopped having the strength to ask for it anymore. Last spring, in the space of about 4 weeks, 3 things happened that she could not have arranged. A relationship she had stopped expecting re-entered her life. A door she had given up on opened in a way that did not require her to push it. And a financial provision she had not asked for arrived from a direction she had not been watching. I am not promising you the same timeline. Her 4 weeks are not a contract, but the pattern is the pattern. When the testing finishes, the consequence begins to arrive, and the consequence does not always wait politely for your readiness. Sometimes it comes in a wave that almost overwhelms the part of you that had stopped expecting it. This is what was being made when you could not see it. The hidden years were the workshop. The hammer was the testing. And what was forged in the silence is the exact shape of the 4 things I just named. You did not lose your years. You earned your crown. But there is one voice the crown cannot quiet on its own, and if you do not recognize it, it will keep you from wearing what is already yours. There are 2 final guardians at the threshold. They show up specifically at this moment, the moment of the placing, and many chosen ones who walked the entire test and finished the entire forging get stopped here, at the doorway, by something they did not see coming. The first guardian is the imposter voice. You have already heard it. You may have heard it during this very message. It is the voice that says, "This is not for me." The voice that says, "The test was hard, but other people had it harder." The voice that says, "The people the Father is talking about are not me. They are someone more deserving, more spiritual, more put together." It is the voice that intensifies precisely at the threshold of the very gift it does not want you to receive. I want you to know what this voice actually is. It is not your discernment. It is not humility. It is not even the enemy in some grand spiritual sense. It is the exhaustion of the testing season making one final argument. It is the part of you that adapted to scarcity, panicking at the arrival of abundance. It is your old wineskin trying to convince you that the new wine is not for you. Joseph had this voice. He had a dream about a throne when he was 17. He sat in a prison 13 years later, and you cannot tell me the imposter voice did not visit him in that prison. The dream was real. The throne was real. But the years between the dream and the throne were the loudest doubt years, and he made it through because he learned to recognize the voice for what it was. Not enemy, not truth, just the last gasp of a season that had finished doing its work. When that voice rises in you in the next few weeks, name it. Say the words in your mind. This is exhaustion's last argument. And it does not get to decide. The second guardian is the watching crowd. Some of the people who knew you in the wilderness will not always recognize you in the open. Some of them will, and they will rise with you, and you will know who they are. But some will not. There will be people who preferred the version of you that was easier to predict, and the new version of you will threaten something in them that they cannot articulate. They may pull away. They may grow cold. They may quietly stop reaching for you. I want you to honor this without bitterness. Their inability to see you crowned is part of why you needed the wilderness years in the first place. The wilderness built the capacity in you to be unseen by them and still know who you are. Without that capacity, the crown would have shattered you. Their reaction is not betrayal. It is confirmation that the work was necessary. So, what do you do at the threshold? I am going to give you 2 things you can practice this week. They are simple. They are not complicated. But they are the difference between standing at the threshold and walking through it. The first practice I want you to learn is the coronation pause. Once a day, somewhere in your day, you are going to take 60 seconds. Wherever you are going to stop. And in your mind, you are going to picture your hands open, palms up, not in fists, not clasped, open. And in that posture, you are going to say one line, either out loud or in your mind. The line is, I receive what has already been given. That is it. 60 seconds. Once a day. The reason this works is that the testing season trained your hands to grip, to brace, to hold on for survival. The crown cannot be placed into hands that are still closed. The pause is not about doing something. It is about stopping the doing long enough for the placing to happen. The second practice I want you to learn is the crown carry test. Whenever you feel a trigger, an old reaction rising, a familiar bait being put in front of you, you are going to ask one question. Just one. The question is, would the crowned version of me bend to this? That is the entire test. Some of the things that have controlled your reactions for years are not going to survive that question. You will see, the first time you ask it, that the version of you that bends to the trigger is the version of you that was being forged out in the fire. The crowned version does not bend, not because she is hard, but because she is settled. The settling is what the test was building. In a few moments, I am going to consolidate everything that has been said into one short list, so you leave knowing exactly what you are carrying now. And then I am going to name something that has been built specifically for the next season of your life. The part of the season the words alone cannot finish for you. Stay with me. The most important sealing of this entire message is still ahead. Before this goes deeper, I want to consolidate what you now carry in the simplest words I have. 3 things. Plain. The first thing. The test was real. You did not imagine its weight. You did not exaggerate what it cost you. And it is finished. The second thing. The crown is not earned the way the test felt earned. The test required striving. The crown requires receiving. These are 2 different muscles, and the testing season trained one of them and quietly let the other one go quiet. The third thing, the voice that has been telling you that you are not the one, that voice is the test's last echo. It is not your discernment. It is not your humility. It is exhaustion making its final argument, and it does not get to decide. Carry these 3 things with you. They are the foundation of everything that comes next. There is something I want to name now that has been built specifically for the part of this season the words alone cannot finish. You are part of a lineage. There is a saying, very old, that the kingdom belongs to those who become like little children. The reason that saying matters here is that children do not earn what they receive. Children receive because they are children. That is the only qualification. The atrophied muscle in you, the receiving muscle, was the muscle of the child you used to be. The years of testing dimmed it, not because the Father intended the dimming, because the world dims it through the long pressure of becoming an adult who survives. What I am about to share with you exists for the restoration of that muscle. A man named Daniel wrote me a letter 8 months ago. He was 46 years old. He told me that within 2 weeks of using the audio I am about to name for you, he had a clarity he had not had since he was about 10 years old. Not magic, not euphoria, just the steady return of a way of seeing the world he had forgotten was even possible. The audio is called The Genius Song. It is a 7-minute file used through headphones that uses something called brain entrainment to reactivate the gamma frequency in the adult brain. Gamma is the frequency of the child mind, of intuition that does not require explanation, of insight that arrives without effort. The science behind it was developed by Dr. Robert Lake, a neuroscientist with 34 years of work in brain frequency research. The studies pulled from MIT, from Princeton, and from work published across several leading research universities. What Dr. Lake mapped, in the simplest terms, is that gamma in adults is not absent, it is suppressed. The suppression has a name. He calls it the decline effect. And the decline effect can be reversed. The Genius Song is the reversal tool. The function is the restoration of the frequency you were born with. When your decision settles around the original audio, you will encounter, after the first wave begins to take hold, something Dr. Lake calls the youthful brain. It is the next layer of the restoration, used by chosen ones who walk this path further than most do. You will see it after the original. The original alone is complete. If your spirit calls for the deeper layer, your spirit will know. Don't overthink it. The way the audio works is gentle. Headphones in, eyes closed, 7 minutes. The binaural delivery sends slightly different tones into each ear, and the brain itself produces the gamma frequency in response. You are not adding a chemical. You are reawakening a frequency the brain already knows. The neural pathways that have been quiet are being invited back into the rhythm they used to know naturally. But hear me carefully. Even when the child mind has been reactivated, even when the gamma has returned, there is a second layer that the years of adult life narrow without you noticing. The receiving muscle has 2 parts. The first part is the frequency itself. The second part is the channel through which the frequency flows into your actual life. There is a separate effect, mapped by a different researcher in a different research tradition. His name is Dr. Newton, and his work came out of Stanford and Boston University. What he documented is something he calls the stress signal. The stress signal is not stress, as you typically use that word. It is a specific neural pattern, a sustained low-grade beta hyperactivity that builds quietly across adult years and narrows what he calls the alpha drawbridge. The alpha drawbridge is what allows what is restored in the child mind to actually flow forward into your decisions, your relationships, your provision, your real life. You can have the gamma fully back, and still, the channel can be too narrow for the gamma to flow through. This is why the second wave matters. The audio for the second wave is called the wealth signal. It is a 5-minute file, also through headphones. What it does is open the alpha drawbridge that the stress signal has narrowed. The work behind it came from research at Stanford and at Boston University, separate from Dr. Lake's research, distinct in tradition, but converging at the same conclusion. The function is the opening of the channel. The first wave restores, the second wave opens. The order matters. The child mind has to wake up before the channel, for what it can finally receive can carry the weight. This is the saying about becoming like a child, made into an actual sequence. As the original audio takes hold across your days, you will discover something Dr. Newton refers to as the wealth signal accelerator. It amplifies the channel opening many times faster, used by many chosen ones already walking this path. You will encounter it after the original. The original alone is complete. If your spirit confirms, take it. Spirit will know. And one final note about both. Some chosen ones who walk the furthest combine the wealth signal accelerator with the youthful brain. The two together are the path. The chosen ones who go furthest tend to walk. You will encounter both after the originals settle. The originals alone are complete. The combination is reserved for those whose path requires going deeper than most. The mechanism of the second wave is the same gentle architecture as the first. Headphones, 5 minutes, listen to in the morning, when the stress signal is naturally at its highest cortisol peak of the day. The audio deactivates the beta hyperactivity, restores alpha, opens the drawbridge. You are not forcing anything. You are removing a blockage that was never supposed to be there. A woman who introduced herself only as Margaret wrote me 3 months ago. She had been working on her finances for years, doing all the right things and feeling like the door was stuck. After about 3 weeks of using the second wave audio, the door did not exactly open. It just stopped feeling like a door. The thing she had been struggling to push through quietly became the thing she walked through. I want to address what your mind is already asking. You are wondering whether this is real or another version of what has been sold to people in your situation before. I understand the question. The science is documented. The mechanism is repeatable. The work behind both audios came out of peer-reviewed research traditions. You are not being asked to take a leap. You are being shown a tool. You are wondering why you would need both. The reason is the sequence. The child mind has to be restored before the channel for receiving can flow through. One audio without the other is not wrong. It is just incomplete. The father's saying about becoming like a child is not metaphor. It is the actual sequence. You are wondering whether you can afford this. I want to honor that question because it is a real one. There are 3 paths I am about to lay out at 3 different price points. The path that fits your season is the path that fits your season. There is no judgment in the path you choose. You are wondering whether 2 products at once is too much. I hear it. Most people start with one. The choice for the complete path is for those whose spirit confirms that the season is requiring more than one tool. 3 paths are open to you. The first path is the wealth signal alone, $39. This is for the chosen one whose primary block right now is the channel itself. If the receiving feels narrow but the inner clarity is intact, this is the path. The bonuses included with this path total around $338 in additional value. The second path is the Genius Song alone, $39. This is for the chosen one whose primary block right now is the inner frequency. If the channel feels open but the spark of inner aliveness has dimmed, this is the path. The bonuses included with this path total around $80. The third path is the complete path. Both audios together, $78 combined. The total bonus value across this path is around $418. This is the path most chosen ones who finished the testing season choose, because the season finished both layers at once. But all 3 paths are honored. The path your spirit confirms is the path that is yours. The link to all 3 paths is in the description and in the pinned comment beneath this message. I will not invent urgency for you. The testing season closed on its own timeline. The new season begins on its own timeline. But every day you sit at the threshold without crossing it is a day the new season delays its arrival into your real life. Not because the Father is impatient, because the rhythm of receiving rewards the moment of reception. There is no rush from heaven, but there is a cost in waiting, and the cost is paid in days that did not have to be lost. There is one warning I owe you before you cross over. There are imitations of both audios circulating, audios that claim similar names, similar mechanisms, similar promises. Most of them do not have the science behind them. Some of them are not safe to listen to with headphones at all. The path I am pointing you toward is the only verified source for both. Do not search for them anywhere else. The link below is the path. I want you to take one breath with me before you decide anything. This is not a buy decision. This is a path decision. The question is not whether you have credit on a card. The question is which path your spirit confirms. 3 paths are open. The first wave alone, the second wave alone, or the complete path that walks both. If your spirit confirms one of them, the answer is yes, and the answer is now. If your spirit does not confirm, the answer is wait, not no. The Father is not in a hurry, and neither am I. Whatever your spirit speaks in the next 10 seconds, that is the answer. For those whose spirit confirmed, the 3 paths are linked in the description and in the pinned comment. The complete path is marked. Step into the path your spirit named. And now we come to the place where this whole message was always going to end. There is a Hebrew word for crown. The word is keter, K-E-T-E-R. And what is interesting about this word is not what most people assume. The root meaning is not just an object placed on top of the head. The root meaning is to surround, to encircle. A crown, in the original language, is not what sits on top of a being. A crown is what surrounds a being. You have been thinking of the crown as something the Father places on you, but the original language reveals something deeper. The crown is what the Father is going to place around you. You are not being given an object. You are being encircled. The whole of you is being held inside something that was forged for the whole of you. The queen named Esther, whose story I named earlier, her name means hidden. The hidden was not the absence of the crown. The hidden was the preparation for the crown. The crown was being forged around her in the years no one was watching, and the day she walked into the throne room, what looked like an arrival was actually the unveiling of what had been encircling her the whole time. You have been Esther. You are the chosen one whose name was written before time. You are the one who endured. You are the crowned of the Father. You are encircled by an inheritance you cannot yet see. You are home now. In your mind, not out loud, I want you to do something very simple. Wherever you are sitting, in your mind, you are now standing. You are standing in a hall. The hall has mirrors on every side. Every mirror in this hall reflects something, but what every mirror reflects is not what you have been. What every mirror reflects is the version of you that wears the crown that was already forged. This is not imagination for the sake of imagination. This is the unseen made visible to your inner eye. The crowned version is not someone you are going to become someday. The crowned version is someone you already are, encircled by what was made. Stand still in the hall for one slow breath. The crown is being placed. What I want you to release is not memory. The memory will stay, and that is fine. What I want you to release is the verdict. The verdict the enemy issued in the testing years. The verdict that said you were behind. The verdict that said you had failed. The verdict that said you were unseen and unchosen and uncalled. That verdict is not yours to carry into the new season. It does not get to come with you. Leave it on the floor of the hall where you have been standing. The crown forged in your wilderness, and that is yours. The Father's pride that has filled the unseen, and that is yours. The voice that does not bend to performance, and that is yours. The 4 things being placed into your hands, and those are yours. The encircling itself, the very act of being surrounded by what was made, and that is yours. I want to step out of the role of narrator for a moment and let what is being placed on my heart for you come through directly. Hear what the Father is saying to you. I have called you by name. You are mine. The years did not steal you from me. The silence did not lose you. The hidden did not undo you. I have watched every breath you took in the dark, and the dark did not have you. I had you, and today is the day. What is left now is silence. I want you to stay in the silence with me. Do not do anything. Do not pray anything. Do not even hold a thought. The silence is the ceiling. Stay. Stay. It is sealed. There is someone in your life who is going to be in this exact moment 4 weeks from now, 6 weeks from now, sometimes longer. They will not know how to call what they are feeling. They will be in the strange peace, the disrupted sleep, the rooms that no longer fit. They will be looking, without knowing they are looking, for someone to name it for them. Send this message to them. Do not write a comment. Do not explain it. Just send. The Father will use it through you when the moment of their threshold arrives. If your spirit said yes to anything in this message, let that yes become visible. Tap the heart below. If your spirit confirmed your name during this message, type the words, I am crowned, in the comments below. Not as a hope, as a recognition. More words like these are coming. Subscribe, so the next ones reach you when the next threshold arrives in your life. And everything I named in the second half of this message, the 2 audios, the 3 paths, the complete path that most chosen ones who finish the testing season choose, is in the description and in the pinned comment. The path your spirit confirmed is waiting there for you. Chosen one, you are crowned. Walk into the new season knowing it.